Mark was a different matter. There was the spiritual connection between them, and that still needed to be explored, but she had to admit it was much more than that. Was it fair to him, though? He had a life, and she might be able to help him heal from tortured memories of war. He would be able to return to the life he should have had in Wisconsin with his family and a sweet human girl that would bring him children. He would grow old with that dedicated wife at his side, a life well loved and well lived, as it was meant to be. She should let him have that life. Compulsion would make it possible to give that to him. Once they journeyed together to discover what they were meant to know, she would give him the sweet ignorance he would need to build his normal human life. Tonight, though, she needed to go to him, to feel him, to know he was okay, and that her interference in his life had not harmed him irreparably. Something in the back of her mind told her that her own need was just as great as his, but she didn't want to admit it. All she knew was that she was going to his apartment, and nothing else mattered at all right now. The taxi pulled up outside the apartment building, and after thanking the driver and making him believe he was paid, she hesitated. Seconds later, she entered his apartment. A single light burned in the living area, the door to his bedroom open, to let it in. Her eyes adjusted quickly to the darker room as she stood over the bed and just watched him. Mark, naked except for a sheet, partially pulled up, on his side, his hair still damp from a recent shower. He smelled delicious, and she had to force her fangs to stay in place. She wanted him, desperately. The twitching between her legs was almost painful now, but that wasn't why she was here. Not tonight, anyway. Tamesine let her dress fall onto the floor, slipped off her boots, and crawled in beside him. He moaned and rolled back against her. He roused, and his eyes opened briefly. "Damn," he said, his voice cracking. "Shh, yeah, it's me. I'm here. Just sleep, and we'll talk after you're rested." Mark drew a deep breath and rolled into her as he pulled her close. "Thank God. I needed you." "Sleep now. I'll be here when you waken." Tamesine relaxed into the rough cotton sheets, which felt like the finest silk in the world. This just felt so right. His cock pushed forward and nestled against her thigh, and she thought that that was the only place it should ever be, other than inside of her. They fell asleep like that, and neither woke until the following evening. The smell of coffee, bacon, and eggs woke Tamesine as her body adjusted to the end of day. Rolling onto her side, she spread out in her bed, and her legs slid off the edge. She shot upright as she remembered where she was. This was not her enormous bed with tulle curtains and satin sheets. She wasn't at home in her room in France. This was Mark's Spartan bedroom in LA, and she was naked in his bed. It was apparent he had already risen, so she crawled to the foot of the bed, grabbed a white dress shirt off a chair and slipped it on. Slowly, she walked towards the heavenly smells. She just wanted to see him and know that he was okay.